Do you think the lost THX text trailers were over and done with? Nope. There are more. I never expected to see most lost THX trailers after seeing the first 4. I can't stop thinking about that awful memory. It can't leave me alone. It was the day after my birthday. I was on my iPhone playing some Gacha Club. Just then, my mom came home from work and told me she found a never-before-seen Toy Story and THX crossover DVD. I took a good look at the DVD. It consisted of Woody, Buzz, Bo Peep, and Jessie staring directly into the camera, while Zurg and Tex are in the background. It was labeled as THX, Tex and Zurg. Looks interesting, I thought to myself. My mom was kind enough to find an extremely rare DVD like that. Once she left to visit her friend, I decided to test the DVD. I put the disc straight into the portable DVD player, ready to watch a never-before-seen trailer. The DVD opened with the Walt Disney Home Entertainment logo, then it cut straight to the DVD menu. The DVD menu looked really great to look at. It consisted of the Toy Story characters and text in colored boxes. There were 4 menu buttons: play, visit Pixar, subtitles, and DVD credits. I hit play so I can watch it. Just then, a warning came up. This trailer was made all the way back in October of 2002 for the release of The Ring, despite not being THX certified. Later in 2005, this trailer was re-released in cinemas on September 6, 2005 until December 26, 2005 for horror movies in honor of the 10th anniversary of Toy Story. Also, this trailer must not be viewed by minors due to the nature of this trailer. Viewer discretion is advised. Oh man, I said, facepalming. Here I go again. The trailer started with a city at night. It showed an aerial shot of the city, then another with a view of an empty building. Just then, Zurg and Tex walked in. Are you ready, Zurg? Tex asked. I certainly am, Tex, Zurg answered. Zurg and Tex got their weapons ready. Tex held his chainsaw and Zurg held his iron blaster. 4 people were in the room. They resembled Woody, Buzz, and Jessie, and Bo Peep's actors: Tom Hanks, Tim Allen, Joan Cusack, and Annie Potts. So, do you recall hearing the news about this crazy robot recently? The man resembling Hanks asked. Nope, never heard of him, the woman resembling Potts replied. I did. He has murdered hundreds of innocent people. Somebody has to stop him, replied the man resembling Allen. Do you get the feeling we're being watched? Asked the woman resembling Cusack. Yep, you certainly do, Tex said off screen. Before people then looked at the doorway, and Tex was standing in there. Are you ready to have lots of fun with the G-Man tonight? No, said the man resembling Hanks. Zurg then appeared beside Tex. Don't forget about me. The 4 people exchanged glances and quickly evacuated from the room. Hey, where are you all going? You haven't seen the G-Man's magic tricks yet, Tex called. Zurg said, we'll show him. Come on. The 2 killers then chased after the 4 people through a dark hallway. They laughed madly as they pointed their weapons towards the people. It showed us off Tex running the nearest, grinning stupidly while Zurg was racing from behind. Zurg's eyes and teeth were glowing in the dark, which is kind of a good effect. As Tex's face got closest, he suggested that he and Zurg should swap weapons. Zurg agreed to do this, and the 2 continued chasing the 4 people. The 4 people found themselves in a mall, which they unexpectedly barged into. What do we do now? Man resembling Alan asked. Oh, Hanksies, we're still here, Tex cooed. Before people looked back, and Tex and Zurg were standing from a distance. Let's go, couple Louis, Zurgulies, Tex sounded with determination. Zurg nodded. Affirmative. Tex then started blasting Zurg's ion blaster across the entire hallway, trying not to shoot his aide, who is running towards the people. Tex laughed like crazy as he abused the power of Zurg's blaster. Right before Zurg was about to kill the man resembling Tom Hanks with Tex's chainsaw, cut to a shot of the building with the people screaming. All I could hear was blood splattering, the chainsaw, Zurg's ion blaster, the evil laughters of Zurg and Tex, and the people's blood-curdling screams. What the hell am I watching? I asked myself in a low monotone. Just then, the screen faded to black, but the trailer wasn't over yet. And so I saw the logo until Woody, Buzz, Bo Peep, and Jessie walked into the shop. I'm not so sure about this, Woody. Why did you plan to take us here in the first place? Bo Peep asked. He wanted to take us to the hideout of a crazy robot who murdered lots of people, Jessie responded. Woody, now that you took us here, can we please go back to Andy's house? I have a feeling that this robot works for Zurg, Buzz stated. Woody then reassured everyone that everything will be okay. Don't worry, guys. As long as nobody tries to kill us, we'll be alright. If you need somebody, I'm here for you. But aside from that, I doubt that Zurg would even... Just then, Woody's sentence was interrupted by Fate chuckling. Before toys started to get scared. Do you hear that? Jessie asked fearfully. Jessie, you heard what Woody said. Everything is going to be alright. Buzz told Jessie, trying to reassure her. They heard the same chuckle again. Bo Peep then pointed her crook, waiting to perform self-defense on her enemy. I think Jessie is right. I hear that. Just then, Tex dropped down in front of the four toys. Woody jumped back in sock. Moments later, Zurg appeared from the shadows with a sinister, low-pitched chuckle. Hello, toys, Tex said, chuckling again. Tex? Woody asked in confusion. Zurg! Buzz angrily berated. It is I, indeed, Lightyear. It is I, Zurg. Zurg responded. What are you four lost little toys doing in my hideout? Tex asked. Woody and Buzz walked towards Tex and Zurg to confront them. You, Red Robot, have done such awful things to those people, murdering them all because they were afraid of a certain logo? That is no excuse to kill anybody. Buzz spoke. Buzz is right. Woody spoke also, joining the conversation. You and Zurg have no remorse for murdering those innocent people. We are going to have to notify the authorities and have you two executed. Zurg chuckled. Really? I am evil, and Tex has fallen into the dark side, and he and I are now partners. We have a thing in common, and that is, we are both associated with androids. Do you two think you are strong enough to defeat us? I don't think so, Tex said tauntingly. Woody clenched his fist and Buzz angrily grimaced. Buzz walked up towards Tex. Zurg, as he was about to throw a punch. Tex swung his mouth towards him, sending him flying into the air. Buzz! Woody shouted. Buzz landed on the ground. He realized he lost his leg. Bo Peep gasped and Jessie said, No! Zurg rolled up to Buzz. It's over, Lightyear. I have won for real, Zurg mockingly said. Buzz then retorted, Zurg, if you ever destroy me, my friends will destroy you too. Zurg, offended, pointed his blaster at Buzz and sought his other leg. No, not my other leg! Buzz sounded in horror. Tex, finish the job, Zurg called, snapping his fingers. Tex then walked from behind, laughing stupidly. Let's give good old Buzzy a smassy-wassy, Tex shouted with encouragement. Tex then began smashing Buzz with a smile, laughing maniacally. Buzz then screamed as his blaster was being done and destroyed. He continued screaming until his head was fully destroyed. Woody, Bo, and Jessie gasped in horror as they stared at Buzz's corpse. No! Woody shouted. Bo Peep gasped. Buzz! Jessie cried. Tex then chuckled again and said, Which choice of a T-Man play with first? Zurg then nodded in agreement. The three remaining toys then exchanged nervous looks until Woody shouted, Run! Woody, Jessie, and Bo ran from the two criminals. Let's get him! Zurg shouted, pointing to the toys. Tex turned on his jetpack and followed him, while Zurg rolled from behind. Woody, Bo, and Jessie ran for their lives until Jessie tripped over. Jessie, get up! Woody called out. Come on, we have to get out of here, Woody called too. As Jessie was about to get up, a cardboard box then fell on top of her. Jessie was trapped inside the box. She started hearing shadowy, scary voices, and she started hallucinating the walls closing in on her. She began to hyperventilate. I'm in a box! Jessie began to panic. Then she began to pound on the truck, screaming for her life. Help! Woody! Bo! Help me! Just then, Tex teleported inside the box. Hey there, cowgirl, Tex said, grinning wildly. Jessie gasped loudly. What are you gonna do? Jessie asked in fear. Don't worry. Your little toy life is going to end painless and softly, Tex replied. You two leave her alone. Woody angrily shouted. Tex heard from inside of the box. He then said, Zurg, ignite the box. At your service, Zurg said on top of the box. Zurg was holding a small ounce of gas and a lit match, then poured the gas on top of the box and dropped the match, causing a fire. Tex then teleported out of the box and Zurg jumped off of the box and the two began to laugh loudly. As the box started burning, Jessie screamed in a blood-curdling tone, as if her actress, Joan Cusack, was in agony. Jessie, no! Woody sounded in horror, watching his friend get burned to life. Jessie continued screaming as it showed the side of her plastic melting. Just then, she fainted and stopped screaming. Tex kicked the box aside and showed the most heartbreaking scene in this trailer. Jessie was burned. She was covered in soot. Her fabric and hat were charred, and her face was smoking and supposedly melted. Holy shit, I said under my breath. Poor Jessie. Woody and Bo stared at Jessie's blunt corpse before the former broke the silence. Bo, we gotta get out of here, now, Woody reminded. The two remaining toysmen ran for it again. At that moment, Zurg's ion blaster pellets then made contact with Bo's legs, disintegrating them. Bo, no! Woody cried. Bo then started to say her dying words. Woody, please go without me. Run for your life. Woody nodded and complied and made a run for it. Tex then smashed Bo Peep's porcelain body with his mallet. Woody continued running from THX hideout, looking back at Zurg and Tex. Come back here, cowboy, Tex called from a distance. Woody ignored Tex and continued running. Van found a hallway and hid behind a bench. He sat down to catch breath. As Woody continued breathing, he heard Tex and Zurg enter the room. Oh, cowboy, where are you? Tex cooed. Come out, wherever you are, Zurg joined in. Woody toned down his panic so they can't hear him. Tex then put on his sensibility to calculate where Woody is. Hey, Zurg, I think I know where Pride is, Tex reminded. Woody winded his eyes in shock. He knew where he was hiding. Well, I'll be waiting back up a little ago, Zurg responded. So decided Woody and Masato. Just then, Tex teleported in front of him. Peekaboo, Tex said. Woody gasped and screamed at the same time in shock. Looks like Sexy Texy is gonna play with a little cowboy doll tonight, Tex said sinisterly and comedically. Woody attempted to make another run for his life, but Tex then grabbed him by the waist and the two flew into the air. Woody began screaming as Tex held him as he flew towards the THX logo. Tex hovered in the air, holding Woody by the arm. Ready to enjoy your fall bride? Tex asked mockingly before chuckling evilly. No! Put me down properly, Woody angrily responded. Tex then said, okay. He let go of Woody, leaving him to plummet. Woody fell from a great height before hitting the ground. He got back on his ray and spotted Zurg next to him, who was pointing his iron blaster towards him. Just then, Tex dropped down next to him too. It's the end for you, Pry, Zurg evilly taunted. Oh, please don't hurt me, Woody pleaded. Too bad, Seraph, Tex responded. Tex then proceeded to grab a chainsaw from his belt and sawed both of Woody's arms off, while Zurg then sawed his legs off. Woody gasped, looking at his arms. They were sawed off, laying next to him. Woody was shocked at first, but then angrily yelled at Tex and Zurg. What have you done? This is why you two are killing the seeds! Damn you! Damn you to hell! Zurg and Tex moved towards Woody and stared down at him. You're right, Pry. We are killing machines, Tex responded. Thank you so much for the compliment, Zurg remarked. Tex and Zurg then started to talk at the same time. Get ready for your circle of lights in, cowboy! The two killers then held up their weapons and closed in on Woody, with their shadows only being shown as Woody watched in horror. Tex started hammering Woody's voice box while Zurg began blasting at it. The criminals began laughing while doing it. Woody screamed again, but in agony as his voice box was getting damaged. The screen then cut to black, but once again, the trailer wasn't over yet. It showed the side of an abandoned mark. Is anyone here? A young child's voice echoing. Just then, a familiar child walked in, and it was Sandy, the owner of Buzz and Woody. Andy looked afraid as he saw the destructive property and the bodies of 4 people. Why is he visiting a dark mall unsupervised? Wouldn't his mother be worried sick? Andy later went up the escalator to investigate what else happened. As he continued to look around, a salad cut through a wall in the background. Then the scene started to glow in a shade of dark red. We then heard the same chuckle Tex made earlier. Who's there? Andy asked fearfully. Hello? Anybody? Just then, he saw the 2 grim dark faces through a broken glass door. They were Zurg and Tex. Hey, Sparky, Tex mocks. Where's your mommy? Andy gasped in shock. Don't worry, my child, Zurg responded. We're only going to make your death painless. Just then, the 2 criminals then charged up towards Andy. Andy ran away screaming, running down the escalator as he was about to reach the door. Tex then grabbed him by the arm. Help! Someone! Andy screamed, his voice echoing in the mall. Tex then pushed Andy on the floor. Andy cried with realistic sobs, and he started shedding tears. Say goodbye to Tex the T-Rex, Tex yelled, grinning evilly. Please, don't hurt me. Andy said, sobbing. Don't be afraid, my child. I will make this painless. Zurg spoke as he rolled up to Andy. Just then, Zurg picked Andy up by the throat and began to throttle him. Oh my God, I said, under my breath. Not Andy. I can hear Andy gagging and choking as Zurg was strangling him, and was still sending tears as his windpipe was being crushed. Goodbye, my son. You are now in the off. Zurg said. Just then, Andy lost oxygen and blacked out. Zurg dropped Andy to the ground. Bladder couldn't move as he died from being strangled to death by the former. Three criminals then exited the abandoned mall, and the scene faded to black. Just then, it faded to a shot of a wide shot of a THX logo in a dark background. Just then, we hear the chorus of people scream from the default note, mostly common with women's screams and cries. What the hell? I said under my breath. The deep note went for 10 seconds until Tex and Zurg dropped down to the ground. Peekaboo, viewers, said Tex. Tex has a new partner, and that is me, the Emperor Zurg. Tex remarked. Texan said, that's right. Zurg and I are like brothers. We have a habit of conquering the world, and we will never, ever give up. If you are ever afraid of either THX, Tex, or me, we will destroy you, Zurg added. Have a good night, Tex said in a sinister monotone before holding Zurg by the arms and flying away, both laughing evilly. Then it showed the old THX slogan, the audience was listening, but with Zurg and Tex faintly noticeable in the background. As the screen was displayed, I can hear Zurg's laughter, then faded out. Just when I brought the DVD was over, close-up of Zurg's blood-stained face appeared on the screen, with a woman screaming in the background. It scared the crap out of me. This meant it took me back to the DVD menu, meaning that the DVD ended. That was the weirdest I've seen for today. Got up from my bed and texted my mom about the DVD. Once he got home, I showed her the footage and she was appalled. I managed to record the footage and grab a few screenshots before my mom burned the DVD. That night, I had nightmares of Texans are killing me the same ways they killed 4 toys, beating me with a mallet, burning me alive inside of a box, and sawing my arms. Didn't watch another Toy Story movie again. This is why you probably shouldn't associate with THX anymore. Just my advice. Tex looks normal on the outside, but inside, he is a killing machine.